Part 4, Contracts and Negotiations. Chapter 17, Discounts. Before we get into this, there is something that is worth mentioning. We have to bear in mind that some cultures expect people to give discounts, others don't. So, understanding your cultural behavior as well as your students will help you avoid misunderstandings. In my culture, for instance, people are not necessarily expected to offer discounts, but people will usually ask. The motto here is, the no I've already got. If I don't give them a discount, having an acceptable reason for it, the vast majority will not insist. Let's work then on the fact that haggling over your final price is not mandatory, but it might occur. Naturally, asking yourself if you should give them a discount is part and parcel of working freelance, because you want to do things right. That is when some questions might make you rather uncertain about what you do. Is it a common practice in your teaching market to give students discounts? How much is considered fair? Am I going to lose this client if I don't give them what they're asking? Will I look intransigent if I say no? Have you wondered why this student in particular is trying to negotiate the price? Has this client shown genuine interest in the classes? If they have, take a look at this dialogue. Prospect student: I would like to discuss the possibility of a discount. What can you do for me? You: I totally understand why you're asking. Taking this course is a long-term investment, and you want to make sure that you can get the best offer, as life is not a walk in the park for anyone. So, it's a legitimate question. What I can tell you is that when I came up with my price, I tried to find a fair price not only for my students, but also for me. People who have been working with me have renewed their contracts over and over again. So this is sheer evidence to me that even though the price is not that low, people are satisfied with the results. That is why I don't work with discounts. When I tell people this idea and variations of it, they rarely insist. What they do sometimes is to ask me if, in case they pay it all in advance, I can offer them a discount. If you're more financially controlled, you can give them a discount here. However, what I can tell you is to offer them a discount that the percentage is lower than the interest you're going to make at the bank, so that both of you will have advantages over this deal. Your student will get a discount, and you will make some profit at the bank. For example, total price of the course, $1,000. Example discount to pay in advance, 5%. 1,000 times 5% equals 50. With this discount, your student will pay you $950. Example of yearly interest you may get at the bank, 7%. 7% times 950 equals 66.50 of interest from your investment. So in this negotiation, you get paid a total of $1,016.50 for your course, which means your student will get 50 of discount, and you get a net profit of 16.50 over your original price. Notice that I used simple interest in this math just to illustrate the idea. But when you keep your money in a savings account, what incurs over the deposited amount is compound interest, which is higher than simple interest. My idea with this example is for you to understand the principle of offering discounts in a way that both of you can be benefited. Another thing you have to remember that your salary is composed of many students' payments. If more than one student pays you this way, you might need to make monthly withdrawals to pay your bills. So make sure that the discount will be fair to you. The example of 7% I used above is an annual interest, not a monthly interest. There's also an important factor to be taken into account here: the risk of temptation in this scenario. You have money saved. If you're not financially controlled, you risk using all the money in the first month. You will have to refund the classes your student didn't take. If you don't have the money, you can start getting into financial trouble. So make sure you can deal well with your finances. If you know yourself well and know that financial area is not your thing, just don't offer this possibility to them in the beginning. First, learn about finances by reading books, watching videos, talking to experts in this field. I beg you not to procrastinate this learning. It will be extremely useful in your life. Meanwhile, you have some alternatives to tell your student. You can say that you don't work with discounts. Don't feel bad about it. There are a lot of people who don't practice offering discounts. That is okay if you decide to do the same. However, in my business, I have some alternatives up my sleeve. I offer them a discount if they agree to some terms. For example, if I offer them a 6-month contract and they ask me for a discount, I tell them that I give them a discount if they sign up with me for a year. They can either accept a longer contract or accept there's no discount. Again, having in mind a win-win situation, this option fits this idea. Another alternative to offer them is a discount if they pay always on the due date. If they miss the date, the price goes back to the original, which means they lose that month's discount. That is good for you because you're not going to worry about the student missing the payment date, as they will not want to lose their discount. There's also the option of offering them to pay a long contract in a shorter period. In the example of the 6-month contract, they could be paying it in 3 months, giving them then a discount. That way, you wouldn't be dealing with your finances so abruptly, avoiding the risk of using up all the payment at once. If you already deal well with your finances, you can invest part of your payment for the months they won't be paying you and make some profit out of it. You can also use a combination of these alternatives. I have used them all, combined and not combined, and I still do, depending on the student and how I feel the negotiation would work out better. Irrespective of what you decide to do, or if you come up with different alternatives, always keep in mind that discounts have to be good for you too. I would like to mention some widely used online practices that make me a bit uncomfortable. Have you ever seen people offering their courses at stratospheric prices just to end up offering a unique opportunity for you to buy their courses with 70% discount, 80% discount, 90% discount, and the like? One example of this marketing strategy. My course costs 10,000, but only today, only this week, only this live, only this weekend, etc., you get a once in a lifetime discount opportunity of 90%, and you will pay only 1,000 or 12 installments of 100. Note that there's always some interest included in this format to force you to pay in advance. First question about this strategy. Can you believe the price has ever been the originally mentioned 10,000? Probably not. Which leads me to the second question. Can you trust a service that uses deceiving techniques before you have even bought it? So, before making use of this technique, take these aspects into account. Who doesn't want to get a good deal? However, when you buy a service like language development, what kinds of professionals would you trust better? I guess it sounds I don't ever offer discounts without having something in return, right? Wrong. I offer discounts to former students. I offer discounts to family members. I offer discounts to close friends. What is my gain then? The happiness of helping people I like. What are the criteria you can use to offer a fair discount in these situations? To former students, you can inform them your current price, then tell them that because of your past work together, you can offer them, say, 5%, 10% discount, even 15% depending on how much you used to charge and how much you charge today. Even if your student has not asked for a discount, offer it as a bonus, as a gift from your heart. I don't recommend offering them more than a 15% discount, for you may feel demotivated after a few months, making less money than you could be making with new students. I would say that 10% is a fair amount. Your former students will feel happy having evidence that you value your work together, and you will have fewer surprises on your journey in terms of students' character and personality because you already know them. It is a win win situation. To close friends and family members, I would say there's no limit. Discounts can vary from 5% to 80%, 90%, depending on the relationship you have with them. My only consideration here is that I believe offering them free courses hardly ever works. People don't value what comes too easily. I have already tried to teach family members and close friends free of charge, and the consequence was not quite what I expected. They started being absent for no reason, did not dedicate to the classes, were late. You know what kind of behavior people have when they are not focused. So, after a few frustrating experiences, I started offering them extremely attractive prices, but one that will still make them commit to the classes. The outcomes have dramatically changed. They have felt grateful for the opportunity, dedicating even more than I had been expecting. Strange as it may seem, people need a financial drive to make them work. Human beings are funny.